Sat Shri Akal everyone, welcome to my channel. So the title of this video says all about perfumes. We will be talking about every aspect of perfume, the when, where, what, how, why, everything of perfume is going to be in this video. If you want to know how to make your perfume smell longer, this video is going to be for you. If you want to know which perfume to choose, this video is going to be for you. If you want me to tell you how to take care of your perfume, this video is going to be for you. So basically, if you want to know anything about perfume, this is the video. So stay tuned and let's begin this video. Okay, let me give you a brief history about perfumes. The art of making perfumes or perfumery has its roots in Mesopotamia and Egypt, which was later refined by Romans and Persians. The first ever perfume maker is considered to be a woman called Taputi, who used to distill flowers and spices to make perfume. So that justifies why we girls love perfume. In India, this art existed in around 3000 BC, and even old Ayurvedic texts like Charak Samhita mentions ether distillations. In ancient times, people used spices and herbs and flowers to make perfume. This art was later introduced to France and the Western world altogether. Later on, Italy and France began the cultivation of flowers just to make perfumes. Well, earlier, perfumes were primarily for the wealthy people, but later on it became a product of the masses, and today perfume industry has a market cap of $40 billion. That's like a lot. Now, once you know the history of perfume, let's talk about the sources. Perfume has three main sources: plant-based, animal-based and synthetic-based. Depending upon these sources, you have ambers, musk, woody, floral, fruity and all these different kinds of perfumes. Apart from the division in the scents, perfumes have so many different types as well. Well, if we talk about perfume, it is either ethanol or water is mixed in ethanol and some aromatic compounds are added to it. The intensity, longevity and price of a perfume depends upon the concentration of these aromatic compounds. So, depending upon the concentration of perfume oil in the final product, it can be divided into parfum, which has about 30 to 40% of aromatic compounds. Then Esprit de Parfum, which has about 20 to 30% of these aromatic compounds. Then Eau de Parfum, which has about 10 to 20%. Then Eau de Toilette, which has about 10 to 15%. And then you have Eau de Cologne, which has about 3 to 8% of these aromatic compounds. Apart from these, you have mist, sprays and splashes, which have 3% or less than 3% of these aromatic compounds. So now you know why a small bottle of perfume costs more than a bigger bottle, because it depends upon the concentration and intensity of those aromatic compounds. And also there is a good news for girls that women fragrances have more aromatic compounds than men. Now when we know the history, the type, sources, everything of perfume, now let's talk about the scent of the perfume. Well, majorly depending upon the evaporation process, perfumes have three different notes: top notes, middle notes and base notes. Top notes are the one, when you spray the perfume, the smell or the scent that you get instantly, those are the top notes. These are the notes which actually help you in making your very first impression about the perfume. Once they vanish away, then comes the middle notes. They are there for about 20 to 30 minutes, and once they vanish away, then comes the base notes. These are the actual or the original fragrances of that perfume. They are going to stay with you for a long time, as they are going to provide depth to the perfume. Now when we know the what, when, how, where of perfume, now it's the time for some do's and don'ts which are going to help you a lot. Now when it comes to perfumes, if you want to try a new perfume, always try it in the morning, because your body is free from sweat and your nose is free from any kind of odor. So you are going to get the original and the right smell of that perfume. Next is, keep your perfume in a dry and cool place. Never keep it in an open place in your bathroom. It's going to be humid and it's not going to be good for your perfume. So even if you have to keep it in your bathroom, try to keep it in a cabinet. If you have oily skin, the perfume is going to last long on you as compared to someone who has dry skin. If you eat more spicy and oily food, it's going to make your perfume more intense. So avoid those. Well, everyone has a different choice when it comes to perfume, so do not trust people blindly when they suggest you something, because most of the times fruity or floral smell are considered to be the girl perfumes, but in my case I'm more inclined towards musk or amber as compared to fruity or floral or oceanic scents. Different perfumes smell different on different people because of different skin types. That's kind of a tongue twister, but yes, that's true. So whensoever you want to buy a perfume, try that perfume on yourself for at least 5 to 6 hours and then see if you really like the smell, because you're going to wear it for a long time. So make sure that you like it, and moreover it's going to react with your sweat. So it's going to give you a distinct smell. So if you like that, then only go for it and buy that. To make your perfume last long, there are some pulse points where you can apply this. These are behind your ears, nape of your neck, your wrist, elbows, knees and your ankles. Also, I mentioned this one in my hacks video that if you use Vaseline before the application of perfume, it's going to make it stay much longer as compared to when you apply it on your dry skin. Most of the times people ignorantly abuse perfumes. They just go overboard when it comes to spraying. 2 to 3 sprays are enough for your entire body for an entire day. So use your perfume wisely, because you want to neutralize the body odor, not to give headache to the person standing next to you. So that was all about perfumes that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you find these facts, tips, tricks interesting and useful. If you do so, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make good videos, I believe so. Well, I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay blessed. Bye-bye.